Hey everybody, NikoTheLegend here, also known as the well-mannered teenager, the snowflake, rambling idiot, and Vigil. And I got some interesting news today. If you don't know what Shadow Hearts is, it's okay. I didn't know about Shadow Hearts until recently, when I was real curious about this obscure JRPG series that came out way back in the day on the PS2 days. But what are we talking about today? Well, for any Shadow Hearts fans out there and people who've never heard of Shadow Hearts, the Trademark has been renewed for the dormant JRPG series that came out so long ago, which is exciting because it makes me excited because, well, let's just say real recently, I actually streamed the first game for a little bit. Rude Hero, he's a bit of an edgelord and a bit of a creep, but I hear nothing but good things about this series, though. Like, the second game is apparently the best game. It's like the Mass Effect 2 of the Mass Effect trilogy or something like that. Comparably, just a really good JRPG series, and that game is amazing. So I thought I'd just let you guys know about the Trademark being renewed and why is it getting renewed. Now there's a number of reasons. Sometimes trademarks get renewed because the companies that own the license or the franchise series, whatever way you want to call it, they still want to hold on to it. Doesn't necessarily mean, they don't necessarily tell you why. But sometimes people get the idea that the series might be making a comeback of all comebacks. For example, Lost Odyssey had its trademark renewed, I think sometime last year, and that got me excited. That is a great 360 JRPG. Yeah, Xbox 360 JRPG. There were some good ones that existed on that console. And Lost Odyssey, helped by the creator of Final Fantasy, worked on that, and it's a really cool game. So it gets, when I see that it gets renewed, that means something's behind the scenes is working. Something's grinding and turning in the factory of trademarks. Now, we all know that the PlayStation Plus is getting some new membership subscription services that's going to bring back PS1 games, PS2 games, PS3 games, like backwards compatible, and so on and so forth. The only disappointing news is that Sony or whoever on Twitter posted a picture showing what the games that are coming back at the time, whenever they release this new subscription enhanced service, whatever the fuck you want to call it, expansion. And Shadow Hearts was not on there. If it is, just fact check me on that. But just because it's not right then and there doesn't mean down the road, it won't ever be a backwards compatible game that you can play on the PlayStation. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be on there. This franchise, this series could be making a comeback. We just don't know it yet. Remastered HD, that would be really great. I think it's a good idea to bring back these obscure games that nobody's ever heard of, because if you know as well as I do, the PS2 and the PS1 were just the home of many great JRPGs, especially the ones that didn't get noticed. But I mean, Final Fantasy, anyone, that's probably the main series, and Dragon Quest. Those games pretty much overshadowed many of the games, the JRPGs back in those days. And it's a kind of a shame that nobody has gotten to try it. Like, Shadow Hearts is just one of those franchises for me that I've been curious about, and I hear nothing but good things about it, especially the second game. The second game is apparently just amazing. And when I streamed the first game, it was pretty interesting. I liked the concept. I only did like a couple hours, so that's really nothing in the grand scheme of things in JRPGs. But I liked the setting, I liked where it was going, and the time period, so I thought that was pretty neat. So guys, now that we got that out of the way, what do you think this trademark getting renewed means? Do you think Shadow Hearts is making a comeback of some sort? Do you think it's going to get a remastered collection? Or do you think this is going to be going on Sony's expanded subscription service? Let me know down in the comments below what you think. And if you did like this video, hey, subscribe to the NikoTheLegend channel. Appreciate it. Now, for those of you, if anybody finds this video, let me know how you feel about the Shadow Hearts trilogy. If you've played it, do you like it? What'd you think of it? I want to hear your opinions on it, because I think it'd be a great discussion to be had, or people talking at the bottom. And then, if you haven't tried this series out, go ahead and do it. Very expensive to get physically on the PS2, but you could just emulate it. There's a good PS2 emulator out there. But hey, you didn't hear that from me. I don't want to be banned or chased after by the dogs of PlayStation Hades. So, guys, thank you very much. And Shadow Hearts might be around the corner sooner than we thought.
I just want to die.